Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This is a channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. This is 2026, week one of the year. I want to say I had a great year last year. I hope you had a great year as well. I think I'm going to make a video and reflect on 2025. I was going to start rambling in this video. One of the things I am learning and I'm doing better with is I want to make separate content on lessons learned and ideals and things that I have been implementing or changes I've made to my person as a human being and also as a trader. And we know who we are shows up in our charts when we look at our charts and execute on a day-to-day basis. So with that, let's get into week one of 2026. It is January 4th. Let's look at the year ahead and see what great things we have to come up. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm just gonna go down my row. Typically I had, something I wanted to focus on, whether it be scalping, whether it be just your overall trading plan, whether it be, execution for the week or what looks strong. I'm just gonna, because it's a new year, we have to look at things fresh. We go back and look at old data and as well as new. I did at the end of the year where I took a look at the quarter and then look at the whole year and see how each instrument was performing and where we're at now. So I'm going to do a little bit of that this time so that we know, again, we just want to refresh our brains where the market is currently and what can potentially happen coming up this year. Now, I don't know if you use TradingView. This has been like very vital to me. And I'll make a separate video. TradingView, you just click on this and whatever instrument you're working, they have news, seasonal information, technicals. Right now it's saying it's in a sell. If you utilize this and you see overall the trend is up, right? So this has been kind of phenomenal. It also lets you know what contract you're in. So I know some of the times some of the people in my group, they're like, hey, why is my instrument showing different than yours? It's because you're on an old contract. Right now we're on March 2026. That's the contract you should be trading right now, which is NQH. But all of that information can be found in this little button right here. Little button. So whatever chart you're working on, this is NQ. Like I said, you go over here to MES, same thing right there. So, we don't want MES. We want. So anyway, all that being said, here we are. This is NQ, which is NASDAQ futures for 2026. Let's get into it. So as we see here, NASDAQ has not broken a new high nor a new low. We do see it made a higher low here. It has not moved outside of our range that we posted, it looks like 2 weeks ago. So NASDAQ has just been kind of moving within that range. It was the end of the year, rightfully so. And as we saw on that little chart from the button up there to the left, right now NASDAQ is in a sell momentum. Overall, we're waiting. We're just waiting. We're being patient right now. When price moves within a range, especially a daily range, how I look at things, it's in consolidation right now. Like this is the range is moving within. It's not going any higher, any lower. And it looks like it's been like that for 2 weeks. So that's where we are with that. Let's go ahead and jump out and take a look at the quarterly since December is now complete. And let's take a look at where we are. So here we are with December. And now January has come and it's touched the previous high of the previous quarter's candle already. So it's highly likely we may get a push down for a blip and then continue up. But what we see here for the quarter, it has already touched that. Let's look at, let's pull up. Let's look at the 6 month. 6 month, not so much. We have all of this left down here. This is where we start taking a look at how price can react, right? Overall, the market, even though it's bullish, we see areas where it pulls back right into these areas. This 6 month candle, pull right back in there, take care of all of those imbalances, all of those inconsistencies in the market. Then it just goes right back up. So right now, what we're seeing here is in the 6 month chart, it's cleaned up all of this. What it has left open is this past 6 months. So highly likely it could revisit this area. We may be in a sell-off until this is taken care of. It might be for 3 months. We might be selling off. So again, I don't want you to get too caught up because we have this in the quarter. We have this imbalance left right here. It's already, like I said, it's already touched this here. So we're going to be looking for it to create some kind of right side ranges, whether it be bullish or bearish is what we're looking for. Right now, it's in consolidation. Let's look at the month. See, month, it's saying it's bearish. We have imbalance down here where price could potentially go to. This is the monthly. And we see how long it's going to take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months roughly. And if I go back out to the 6 month candle, let's just throw a monthly bar there. Yeah, there we go. It's 3 months. See? Monthly. It's right above that imbalance that we see. Right above that imbalance, right above that imbalance that we see, the price could potentially come back to for support. Go ahead, delete that. So here's our weekly. Let me undo that. There you go. Let's look at our weekly. See, again, here's that imbalance that we saw in that monthly that is right below. And here's a weekly. The imbalance is there. Other than that, I don't really see anything that's telling us whether or not to buy or sell. Again, even the weekly candles are showing that it's in consolidation. So where we were looking at the daily, and we'll do that in 1 second, and it was moving within this range, the weekly is the same thing. This let us know right now the market for NASDAQ is in consolidation. It's not bullish or bearish. However, it is in a sell program because we have lower highs. Just right now, it's not really moving a lot. The volume is somewhat there. It's just not making any big moves. It's really in consolidation within a certain area. So for me, when it's in consolidation, unless you're scalping, maybe on a lower time frame within the range, it's really not, the juice is not worth the squeeze, right? So this is a week, holding a position like this where we were waiting for price to come back and see if it was going to take out that low, and it didn't. And you get a position and like right it there, or even up to, above here. Those are all things that we look for. That, what is this? We can take a look at this real quick. Something like this. And this is a week where we're looking at 4-to-1, almost a 5-to-1 right there. You go anywhere up here, you get you a 5-to-1. And a 5-to-1 on a weekly risk, that's pretty good. You setting something up like that where, you're just riding it out for a whole week where a price come and get support and then takes off and hits that new high the next week. That's a pretty good trade. So anywho, again, price being in consolidation right now, this is a sit and wait moment. Unless you're trading on, doing a scalp, and even then it has to move within this range. So that range is kind of tight. this is those times when it's best to your position is to have no position, because looking at this, you're pretty much going to get screwed. You never really know what the buy and sell algorithm is going to do, all because it's in consolidation. All because it's in consolidation. So, all right, let's go over here to ES, the S&P 500. So S&P 500, let's look here. Do we have a breaking structure up here? Yes, we did. Okay, so here's our range. This is our current range right now, where price has been moving. We did get a break above. We have a higher low. S&P is looking a little different than NASDAQ. I don't like to compare, but I'm just talking about overall charts, paying attention to what's in front of us as far as price goes. With that being said, it's looking a little bit more bullish than the previous chart. It's come back here in this range. It's come back below 50%. That's good for us. We have a higher high here where it's broken. So looking for price overall to continue up for S&P. Looking price for overall. Let's go ahead and look at the 6 month really quickly and see where we're at overall. So 6 month, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hide it. I'm not gonna delete this. I'm gonna hide this. 6 month, what we're looking at here. All of this imbalance left. Well, it's not yet an imbalance because price hasn't moved in that. But potential imbalance. Price has set a low for the 6 months so far. Will it continue up from there? We don't know. Let's look at 3 months. So 3 months, here's that imbalance right here on the 3 month where price could potentially come back to. So it's still showing within 3 months, it may revisit this area. So overall, S&P is bullish. You can see here from this candle, big wick up top, big wick up bottom. Price is deciding where it needs to go. Almost what we would consider exactly what I was saying earlier, which is consolidation. We have probably the same size wick up top as we do down below. Let's give it 478. And let's do down here. Oh, it's twice the amount. So in this case, exactly what we're looking at is still bullish overall. Still bullish. This is twice. This wick is twice the size of the one up top. Reason why I do that is because it lets you know where there was pressure put on in price. So that's the whole philosophy on that. That's it in a nutshell. We're just seeing during this time where the pressure was put on once it reached a certain area. So 3 months, still have an imbalance down here. Still working on this potential imbalance up here where we would like to see price. Let's do a clone. Price at least visit this area this first month, right? Want to see it put in support and then continue up. That would be perfect. Price coming into this area, then continuing up to take out the high. That's a nice size for the month trade. Again, it has to come down a little bit more. Here's our weekly. Again, weekly is still showing bullish. We had our high. Yep, that's a higher high. Looks like it gapped up, and then we created another high. So overall, S&P is up. Overall, S&P is up. So I would be just looking for buys right now. Let's look at this daily. Let's put this back on here. Okay. It just wasn't showing. All right, but we can delete that. Because we had price take out a new high, but we see where it was before. Let me just do this. We see price where it was before, still at that low, but we have a higher high now. Still somewhat in consolidation. Still somewhat but we do have a higher high now. So that's what we've been waiting on. That's what we're looking for. So we're looking for price to put in some support. It came into that to that gap, and we're looking for a nice. Let's look at these 4-hour candles. Yeah, still we have still some imbalance down here. It looks like we have an equal low. Is this an equal low? Open. I would say that's pretty much equal low, 68.27.25, and then the open was 68.27.50. Yeah, 1 point or 1 tick difference. I would say that's pretty much an equal low. So this is where price can potentially come back to. We can go ahead and mark that off. We're already below the 50% mark. So with that, that's 4 hour. Yep. So we're already below the 50% mark. Well, we were. We did below there. Price is right above that 50% mark right now. So we want buys in this area, in the below in this area. So price coming back to this support here on the monthly, which is 81. Is that monthly? No, that was quarterly. That's what I thought. Just was double checking. So that's this is a quarterly support. Price coming right back into this area is right within everything we just looked at, right? Everything we just looked at. Price coming right back here to 68.13 and moving up from there. That's right within what price has been showing it needs to deliver us for the move. So price coming back into here where we have this equal low, getting support, and then continuing up from there. That's ideal. That's ideal. Now, with that being said, this is why I had the 6-month marked off. We have imbalances here. Sorry, taking out this one. Then we also have equal low here. And this is the 4 hour. Let's look at this daily real quick. Say that gap was cleaned up. Trying to see some other. There's any major, not major, but things that pop out as far as inconsistencies in the market. Just mainly this gap here, where price could just like come right back into this area. Excuse me, before continuing up and let it go from there. So we're looking for buys. These are good areas for price to come to start looking for buys. Let's get my little glove here. Yeah, it's another sit and wait scenario. Can price take off from this area? Absolutely. I think it's highly likely the price is going to come back and revisit these areas right here. It's a 4 hour. Daily is showing us already did what it needs to. We wanted to test this support level though. We wanted to test the support level. If it tests the support level and doesn't break, then we know its price is probably going to continue up. And again, we want to see how the market is going to open today. Want to see how the market is going to open. So that's S&P 500. Let's go over here to the Dow. So here we are with the Dow. YM. I just do most of my trading plans on the mini, not the micro. I trade on the micro, probably like everybody else. Just like my charts clean. So when I do my trading plan, I do it on the mini, not the micro. Overall, same thing here. Price is kind of like in consolidation. We have a lower high here from previously. High, lower high. We're being patient. We're being patient. That's all I can say right now. Let's look at this weekly. And it keeps tapping this support level on this weekly that we have outlined. Let's look at this 6-month candle. 6 months, 6 months. Why do we have this marked off down here? It must have been a quarterly. No. Hmm. Very weird. All right. We're going to move this up here. That's our 6 month. Again, some inconsistencies in the market at the 6 month level. Right now, it's tapped the support level that we had marked off. Still leaving some inconsistencies down here. Overall, the market is what is bullish. Is bullish. Overall, the market is bullish. Only thing I'm talking about right now is retracement. For the market to continue up, when you see me talking about this, these inconsistencies, is where price can come back to for you to get position for price to continue up. This is the things we plan on. These are the things that we wait for. Just jumping in because we see price taking off. We want to be patient. We want to definitely be patient. Here's our 3 month. All right, quarterly. So we have our imbalance down here. We are creating an imbalance here. What is this? Is this? Yeah, this is January. We're creating one here. That's what I thought that was. Hide this. That's one of our targets that we had marked off. And looks like right here, this is 3 month. Monthly. Okay. Here? Yeah. It's like the only inconsistency that I see coming up. 3 months, 6 months. Okay. It's a 6 month support level, monthly. Got something back here. Let's look at this weekly. Wow, the Dow has been very efficient recently. I'm looking at this here. I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of inconsistencies. Here we see right side ranges just moving up on the weekly. It's in consolidation right now, but overall, the Dow's just been very efficient in cleaning up inconsistencies and moving up. Right side range. Come back. Like I was trying to reach. Nope. Nope. Pull back. It kept going up. Had a gap up, pull back. Kept going up. A lot of craziness going on, pull back. It just kept going up. So, with that being said, yeah, right there, it had a close above and it just pulled back and kept going up. With that being said, I'm looking for these barriers to entry or any opportunities for entry. Just looking at this is it's pretty clean and cut. Momentum is up. Overall momentum is up. And right now price is moving within its range. It popped right below it. What is this weekly? That was just weekly support, and we see it pop right below that. Closed above this low of the previous week's candle. Still say price is pretty strong with the Dow. So opportunities for entry. Let's look. Here's a target TP. Price come to want to target that area. Let's look at this 4 hour. Equal low here. Price just tapped right into that. Not one, but two times. What was this? Thursday. It's Friday. Yep. New Year's. So opportunity definitely down here. We see on the 4 hour we have these imbalances. but we had this support already. So let's see how price opens. It looks like it may just open and continue up. Just tap this 4-hour area here and just continue up. We have opportunities here. This is that daily middle of that imbalance on the daily. We see why we have a 4-hour imbalance up here for price to potentially go to which is right above there. That's why I call it like a TP or a goal or a place we see prices been to, and it kind of like left abruptly from up there, and sold off and continued to sell off. And now we see that shift right here on this 4-hour where price closed above this previous 4-hour candle. So this is why we say that these two long wick candles where price got support around here around 48, 128, and it's continuing up. So looking for prices, it's right below this 50% mark right now. Just kind of tap back in and continue up. And this is the S&P. Let's take a look at gold. I want to look at gold for the year last year. It was crazy. I think it's the largest candle ever. Okay, here we are with gold. Overall, we see prices tap below the range that it previously was in. Clearly there was support at 42.87.3. Right in the middle of this imbalance here. And this is on the daily, so price just came right back into this area. Looking to clean up. We know overall gold is up. So let's hide this. We're going to leave that out there. Let's take a look at this 6 month, and we're going to look at the year as well. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the year. Look at that candle. Look at last year. Gold has been performing ridiculous, and I think most of the metals have been as well. But we see 24 and 25. Gold has just been taking off. It's just been taking off. So it's doing what we like to see. It's pulling back. How far it's going to pull back, we don't know. Let's look at the 6 month real quick first to see if there's any potential. This 6 month support. So we see here where we have imbalance forming, where support is down here, then the 6 month support. So we may be getting some pullback, and I say may. Again, looking at that year and even looking at the 6 month, price pulling back is not a, it's not a thing that's holding this instrument back. It's not a thing that's holding this instrument back. Let's 3 months. Look at these small wicks. Small wick. This is probably the largest wick it's been in a while. All these smaller wicks where gold has just continued to climb, and that's what I'd be going on. Looking at how many ticks is this? This is 3 month, quarter. 429 ticks. 429 ticks. Let's see what that looks like on a monthly level. So 400 is like a third of a monthly candle. So, and there you have it. A third is like the first week of a month or something like that, right? Where we see these pullbacks happening. Here's a monthly. The quarterlies have been a third of that. They just have been very aggressive, very aggressive. So overall, gold is up. In my mind, it's going to continue to be up. What we're looking for is opportunities for entry, right? Opportunities for entry. Because we want to see this high again. What's the high in this candle? 45.84. We want to see that. We want to see that again. So here's our monthly support. Let's look at this weekly candle. Weekly candle last week has already tapped it. We want to see it tap it again. We don't want to see price go below that for support and continue up. that would be optimal. The price would just get support right there again at what is it, 42.87. What's this low? 42.84. So yeah, 42.87 ish. We would love to see prices dip back into that area. Let's look at the daily. Go ahead, put this back up. So here's our new low. Excuse me. Hold on. Did we get close below? Yep, we did. All right. Here's our new low. Here's our new range. Is pricing a discount? Absolutely. However, we need price to show support. We need to see a transition. Right now, it's just showing it's selling off. That's why I said we're waiting for price to open today, which we want to see price come down first and then put in support. That's ideal. Price to come down, put in support, and then continue moving up. Let's look. Oh, geez. Close out the last week with, what does this see? Open 43.25.5, low 43.25.5. Yep. Last 4 hour candle just took off. So it would be really nice, again, see prices come back and run this equal low and then continue up from there. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. That would be perfect. And to get price to come down here, put in support, and then like get a position that just takes off and continues up. That would be perfect. So, all right, let's look at Bitcoin, and then we're out of here. Okay, here we are with Bitcoin. Let's take a look at here. Let's take a look at you. Okay. Had a high here. Now we have a low here. Of course, what we're looking at here is consolidation. It looks like it's winding really tight. It's ready to do something. It is ready to do something. Overall, Bitcoin is up. Has not broken this low. It came right back into this area where we had these inconsistencies, and it's just kind of been moving in this area, trying to figure out what it wants to do price-wise. Overall, we know it's bullish. Looks like we got a candle with no wick here. So what we're going to be looking for, especially in this situation here, boom, boom. It came right up into that imbalance that we had marked off previous week. Tapped it. And even with that, it tapping that, what happened? We had a close above. So again, showing that Bitcoin is overall bullish. See if I do this, break a high, low. I did that because this is the new high. But I really think this is our range here, which price is still at a discount. So a good place to get entry. We would have to put our stop loss below here, below the whole range. Not here. Here. Yeah. If I'm going to do, all right. Let's see here. Even if I do it like that, because that's a low, this is the high. Here's a higher low, high. Getting to buy anywhere in this area, and you can put the stop loss below here. The conservative one would be a stop loss below here. Looking at price action right now, stop loss below this range, and we're looking for price to continue up. So we're looking for support, stop loss below this range, and price to continue up. Have a lot of inconsistencies right here. Let's go ahead and look at the 6 month and then the quarterly. 6 month. Let's hide this real quick. Six month. This is OBE. We saw it. We saw price go right back into that area. 6 month. Okay. Last 6 months sold off. Sold off. If we're looking at overall, look at Bitcoin, it's up. Even back here where we see price It did the same thing. It sold off, got support, and then continued back up. Made new highs. Took out that high, made a higher high, and this is the 6 month. It's been going up. I would not subscribe to the um, media frenzy of Bitcoin is plummeting. We look here, we just see a natural progression of things going up, right? A sell off, get some liquidity, and then continue up. Sell off, get some liquidity, and then continue up, right? 3 months. Here we go. We have this area here for price to come back to. Price did close below previous month. Have a little bit. Have an imbalance all the way down here. 3 months. 3 months. So looking at this is the 3 month. Come on. So it's 3 month here. There's resistance there. We don't want price to come below this level here. This is the other, there's a support area. Support area is the previous 3 months. See right there. Yeah. So monthly, we want to see this candle come right back, touch this, and then continue up. We don't want it to close below or break below this previous low here over here. It's what we don't want. Not saying that it can't happen. We don't want that. Specifically because if it's dropping all the way down there for liquidity, we don't know how far lower it's going to go. Price not dropping below this level here will probably give us some signals that price is going to continue up. And looking at this weekly, we'll probably get like a close above here where we'll see price moving in the right direction for us, right? So here's weekly, here's the daily. And this 109, 210, again, that is resistance area on the monthly, or yeah, on the quarterly. Monthly, not so much right down here. That'd be a good TP area. 109, 210, 109, 210. Some kind of TP, AE, 90% of your overall move. And again, it's on a monthly. When we're looking at 4 to 1s on a monthly risk, that's huge. That is huge. So your risk is your risk. However, if you're setting up to make a 2 to 1 on a monthly risk with your risk to sit in once you get confirmation to sit for a week, 2 weeks in a position, guys, that is the ultimate calm of your nervous system, where people are trading daily and losing their mind. Yeah, getting a position here, letting it carry up to here, just the risk. That's like a 3 to 1. Let's look here. Just leave it right there. That's a 2 to 1. Okay, 2 to 1. And that's just the situation that it's in right now. It's 2 to 1. Again, this is the weekly. If we see a daily shift, let's go to this daily, where we see it come and take out this this equal low. Then we see it put in right side ranges, and it may not go any further. If it doesn't go any further down here, then our stop loss will be here. And look at how quickly that changes. The right setup changes everything. The right setup changes everything. If we don't get a close below here, We don't have to put the stop loss below here. We put stop loss below here. But if it tries to run this 81.59 and goes below here, this is where your stop loss needs to be. And again, if it does that, then you'll see the shift down here. So risk will be the same. In that case, it'll be something like this. Because you'll have a close below. That's still like a 3 or 4 to 1. Anyway, still here nor there. Overall, I'm just looking right now, looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still super bullish. Looks like it's putting in support. And that's what we like to see. So want to see price put in support, like at least on a 4-hour level. At least on a 4-hour level. You see right here on the 4-hour. Exact place price can come back to on this gap. And then go up. When you start the overall big picture, we start seeing things on a smaller time frame. We know price can potentially come back to these areas. See, here's the equal low here. This is why I say if price comes back and we see that shift, it doesn't close below here, we have an equal low 4-hour right here. If it comes all the way back down, then yeah. But let's say it just taps here and then continues up. Then our stop loss is here. So patience with Bitcoin. It's in consolidation right now. However, it's showing bullish consolidation. It's moving up. So it's gonna punch real soon. It's gonna punch real soon. We want to see a pullback and then up. Pull back, then up. Then you get your 4 or 5 to 1. So this is our week trading plan for week 1 of 2026. Again, it's January 4th. I did not go over any news or anything this week, but I am. I'm going to take a look at it. Give me 1 second. Tomorrow at 11 Eastern, we have a ISM manufacturing announcement. In 2 days, we got 9:15 and 11 o'clock. Some more news. On the 7th, then the 8th on a Friday, we have Japanese consumer confidence at 1 a.m. And then at 9:30, we have jobless claim, initial claim. So it looks like Thursday and Friday and Monday, we have news. So let's just, again, be vigilant during these times. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Shore up your positions if you have a position open. And if you're not, be patient and wait about 15 minutes after the news. If we start seeing volatility because of the news. If there's no volatility and there's a opportunity, I will punch it. But again, trading is risky. My results are not typical. And I would we want to move with caution. We're on this channel to learn how to manage risk. So you getting comfortable with taking trades or taking opening positions based on your setup is where we're trying to get for you. So this is the Investment Process channel. Have a great trading week.